Good morning and welcome back. A lot more ahead on GMSA. In our next half hour, holiday travel expected to ramp up fast this weekend. A lot of people headed home from Thanksgiving. We're going to give you what you need to know, and we're getting you ready for some high school football. Teams in the Alamo City continue their march through the playoffs. Plus, we've been tracking anything happening on the roadways, a few cars here and there, but if anything pops up, we'll keep you posted. We'll be right back.
I'm ABC's M. Wynn in Washington. Another Chesapeake, Virginia Walmart employee is speaking out after the shooting rampage. Why her account is a bit different from what others observed from that day. The details coming up.
And let's take a live look out at the Alamo City. Make sure you grab an umbrella if you're leaving the house today. We're going to check in with Mike for your full forecast.
Live from KSAT 12. Good morning, San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It is Friday. It is November 25th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. So I got to ask, we were just talking about it. It's the day after Thanksgiving. We see our weather department has their Christmas tree up. Are you ready for Christmas already?
Yes. My husband is on top of it. He is like Mr. Christmas himself. He put up the decorations inside and outside, I want to say like a week ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So Mike, are you ready? I know you're big into the Christmas decorations.
The outdoor decorations I actually put them up 2 weeks ago.
But the lights were turned on now.
No, they were on.
Okay.
Yeah, they were on because it worked out well because last weekend was just, to be outside. So indoor, I had kind of wanted to do a little bit and got a lot of pushback from the boys. Like, no, it's Thanksgiving. We're going to do Thanksgiving.
Okay, so this weekend then.
Don't want to eat Thanksgiving off the Christmas china, anything like that. So yeah, this weekend we're going to be doing the tree and everything. So yeah, love that. It's that time of year. So, but it's right around the corner. What's today? The 25th?
The 25th.
Can you believe that? Anyway, back to the weather right now. And as you can see, we can see out there this morning, unlike yesterday when we had just that thick fog all around the area. We do have some showers. So as Sarah and Max were talking about, take an umbrella. But, there's not really a heck of a lot out there. We do have some of these showers there in portions of Medina County. Another batch right there, Northern Frio County, kind of sliding up 35. If you are heading on the roads this morning, and be it traveling or heading off shopping, yeah, watch out for a couple of showers. But for the most part, things are drier than what it was yesterday because we had all that mist and drizzle around here. And we will continue with some of these light little showers out there, a couple of them out in the hill country as well. Also take note that everything is sliding up to the north as of right now. That's think of it as a giant wheel out there. The hub of it is off to the west of us and it's spinning in a counterclockwise direction. And as that low moves on across the area, that's what's going to enhance rain chances late today and especially tonight and then in the overnight hours. Mid 50s, low 60s, 60 here in town. Humidity is much lower too. These numbers are at least 10 to 15 degrees lower than what they were in the afternoon because it got muggy yesterday. It was just that soupy, muggy kind of feeling yesterday, but much more comfortable this morning. Mold is on the moderate side. And throughout the rest of today, we are going to be seeing we got a couple of showers this morning, more rain today. It's going to be windy. We'll be in the mid 50s. So temperatures are going to be dropping a little bit throughout the afternoon hours. Then the rain's really going to start to pick up as we go into tonight. Some of the rain is definitely going to be on the heavy side. It will be windy. We're going to have rain, potentially some heavy rain early tomorrow. Then we're going to start to clear out. Plenty of sunshine and it is going to be warmer. We're looking at mid 60s tomorrow, mid 70s on Sunday after a couple of cool mornings. All those details coming up and a look into next week. Yeah, 1st of December is just next week. Details in just a couple of minutes. Sarah, Max.
Thank you, Mike. Let's take a look outside with the roads with TransGuide 1604 at Braun. We're seeing a lot more cars, and then we actually see some lights there at Loop 1604 in Culebra. Not sure if those were TxDOT lights or if those were first responder lights. And not a lot of traffic there at 1604 in Medeo Creek. But if any incidents pop up, we will let you know about them as a lot of people are going to be hitting the roads later this morning.
And a lot of people hitting the roads to get those Black Friday deals. People looking to save money on holiday gifts this Black Friday. Obviously, inflation hitting a lot of people hard, and they're trying to find good deals today. That's why hundreds of people are actually flocking to the stores like Best Buy.
Our Camelia Wattis has been there all morning at Best Buy. So, Camelia, what are shoppers looking for this Black Friday?
Well, I mean, it's plain to say, but deals. I mean, people are trying to save money. They've been having their eyes on certain items, but they've been waiting for today and the rest of the weekend to actually get those deals. Now, I'm at the Best Buy at 1604 and 281, and I've been talking to shoppers. I mean, I've seen people get TVs. There weren't many TVs, like the certain size that they wanted last year, but now they're available this year. And so I have Esteban here. He actually got quite a few things. Can you tell me what you got today?
Yes, I ended up getting a monitor that I was going to use for gaming, and I got a microphone that I really needed.
Nice. And you got a couple games too. Awesome. And so you went Black Friday shopping last year. You're Black Friday shopping this year. What are the differences? Do you think there are better deals?
Yeah, because I think now it's just like I feel like stuff that I got last year wasn't on sale as much as it was this year.
So there's more sales, you think, this year? Okay, so interesting. I think there are more deals and I think there are more sales, but everything costs more. So I don't know if it actually is a sale or not. I'm not good at math. But for now, I'm going to send it back to the studio, and I'm wishing everybody who's trying to look for deals, hopefully they can find them. Next, Sarah.
Thank you, Camelia. Well, there's a lot happening across the Alamo City happening later today. The Christmas holiday season. Well, Alamo City officially kicking it off with the 38th annual HEB tree lighting at Travis Park. It is amazing, and it's such great family-friendly fun. The 50-foot tall Christmas tree, it arrived last week. The lights will be turned on around 6:20 this evening. HEB providing free bus routes to the event. There's also going to be free ice skating from 3 to 5:30. And obviously, the event is open to the public, and I could not endorse it anymore.
Also happening today, the 41st Ford Holiday River Parade. You're going to want to bring your rain gear, according to Mike. So the parade starts at 6 p.m. It's on the Riverwalk. The Grinch is set to be the grand marshal for the parade this year. The theme this year is tastes and traditions from around the world. Tickets are available for purchase now, but you can also, there are some free spots where you can bring your own chairs and sit along the Riverwalk as well. So you can find the link to buy the tickets on ksat.com.
And so while so many people were at home enjoying Thanksgiving with their loved ones last night, others were working to keep our community safe. San Antonio firefighters at Firehouse 4, they spent the holiday together. They enjoyed dinner between calls and obviously trying to eat with loved ones when they could. So according to the National Fire Protection Association, Thanksgiving is actually the peak day for home cooking fires, more than 3 times the daily average calls for fire emergencies.
Every day we seek out a way to step up our game and to provide the best service for the community.
So some good news. Firefighters tell us yesterday they did not have to respond to nearly as many fires as they expected. Well, as we head into the weekend, a community is mourning. Remember that Virginia Walmart shooting.
Right now, we're hearing new eyewitness accounts of other survivors in that room where police say the shooter opened fire at his colleagues.
ABC's M. Wynn has more from Washington.
The Chesapeake, Virginia community still reeling from the Walmart massacre. Police identifying the gunman as 31-year-old Andre Bing, a store manager who allegedly walked into the break room and opened fire on his co-workers before shooting himself. In that room, Jesse Wilczewski saying it appeared Bing was targeting certain people.
People that, were just moments ago just sitting there listening to our team lead. And it's rough.
She says at one point Bing pointed the gun at her but didn't pull the trigger, believing it was because she had just started 5 days earlier.
He had the gun pointed at me. And then he went like this and put the gun up. And then he just looked at me and said, "Jesse, go home."
New video surfacing filmed by a colleague years ago showing Bing at the store. Fellow employees describing him as a loner. 2 wounded are still in the hospital. 1 patient is improving, the other still in critical condition. The city in a statement saying during this holiday they're thinking of every victim, releasing their names and images. Lorenzo Gamble, Brian Pendleton, Kelly Pyle, Randall Blevins, Tanika Johnson, and a boy. Name withheld because he was only 16.
You don't think something like this can happen, but it ends up happening, and it just shocks you to the very core.
The city holding a candlelight vigil Monday night at the Chesapeake City Park to remember the victims. Already this year alone in the U.S., there have been more than 600 mass shootings, according to the Gun Violence Archive. While authorities continue investigating a motive, they're expecting to release more information later today. M. Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
Time now, 6:10, 59 degrees out.
Still to come, America and England, they're battling again, but this time the World Cup will tell you, we'll tell you when you can watch the highly anticipated matchup.
And after the break, UT star running back Bijan Robinson close to making history. What he needs to do today against Baylor to make it all happen.
59 degrees at 6:10 right now. Not a lot of rain out there now, but any of those big events that you're planning to go to tonight, like the River Parade, football games, lighting the tree, Mike says you're going to want to bring your rain gear. He'll have a forecast when we come back. This morning, a big weekend in college football. It's starting early with a few Texas-sized matchups today.
Before we get to those, we want to mention the UTSA Roadrunners and just what the run they've had over the past few years. They can actually wrap up an undefeated regular season in Conference USA play with a victory over UTEP today, this afternoon at the Dome. It would be the first time they've gone undefeated in conference play. It's also senior day, where as many as 21 players will be honored with special ceremonies before kickoff. Now, Saturday is Fan Appreciation Day, where Roadrunners fans will be allowed on the field to meet the team. Kickoff set for 2:30 p.m. tomorrow.
Later today, the Texas Longhorns are hosting Baylor in their final regular season game.
So last week, a big mix-up. The Bears fell to undefeated TCU by just 1 point on a last-second field goal, and Texas beat up on Kansas in Lawrence 55-14. Star running back Bijan Robinson rushing for 243 yards, 4 touchdowns. So as a result of last week's amazing play, he just needs 98 yards against the Baylor Bears today to become the 4th all-time leading rusher at Texas. And you know the other names. We got greats like Ricky Williams, Cedric Benson, and even Earl Campbell.
Those guys are legends here, and for me, I'm just cool. It's just cool to be in a conversation with them, and Earl and Ricky, they always just help me out with everything, even Jamal. So yeah, it would be a cool thing to do something like that.
Kickoff in Royal Memorial Stadium today, set for 11 a.m.
In high school football, the Smithson Valley Rangers have made it to the 3rd round of the playoffs for the first time since 2015, when they lost to the Judson Rockets in the Class 6A state quarterfinals. But now, since they've dropped to Class 5A due to the school attendance, they're facing some unfamiliar faces. They're up against Fulshire, who just beat A&M Consolidated 50-38 last week. Both teams are 11-1, so the key for the Rangers tonight is stopping the running game. So looking ahead, it's Smithson Valley and Fulshire at 1 at Matador Stadium in Seguin. Alamo Heights taking on Liberty Hill and Bastrop. That's supposed to be a big game, Max. That's happening at the same time.
Yeah, tonight a huge matchup. Brennan and Lake Travis. Game is at 6 at New Braunfels Canyon. Over in the Dome, Vandergrift from Austin against Harlan. That kicks off at 7:30.
For a full list of the games, check out the big game coverage page over on ksat.com.
All right, but for now, let's take a live look out at the roadways. It's been slow, but traffic has started to pick up. Obviously, a big difference from what we saw at 4:30 this morning. So we are seeing more and more vehicles on the road. A lot of people coming back from those Thanksgiving meals. Some people actually headed to the stores.
So be careful and be safe out there. If any incidents pop up, we'll let you know about them.
Yeah, take some rain gear as well. So looking at football, though, talking about college, when you're talking about the Texas, TCU, of course, number 4 in the playoff ranking, plays Iowa State. Iowa State is only 4-7, so that should be okay. Pretty much a lock for them to stay in the playoff.
We know that you're really looking at one team this weekend, Mike. Mike's a big Michigan fan.
Well, Michigan, Ohio State. I mean,
yeah.
It's considered the greatest rivalry of almost any of all sports and all that stuff. That's going to be, and then the loser probably gets bumped out, and then they play in the Big Ten championship game. Georgia is going to stay in that. They're playing Georgia Tech. So
what you're saying is there couldn't be an upset?
And then what happens with LSU and A&M?
Well,
LSU should dominate A&M. I mean, if they don't.
I hope Sarah's 5 here, Justin Horner not watching.
And yes, they're all a bunch of Aggies that we work with. So I'm just trying to,
spice up the weekend a little bit.
Appease them, so.
Yeah.
Oh, A&M, there's no way. There's no way.
Mike, how about the weather?
Don't say no. You never say
never.
Anyway, we've got clearer skies than yesterday. If you are heading on out, doing some traveling today, heading out shopping, it's obviously you want to take it easy. There's a little bit of mist out there. There's been just spots of it here and there. You're going to a game tonight, definitely take your rain gear with you because we're going to have showers and some storms. There is going to be in places some of those heavier downpours. It's also going to be gusty. Temperatures are only going to be in the mid 50s. And so, bundle up, big thermos of hot chocolate today and tonight. So here's what we're seeing out there to the west. We've got some of these showers out there. Let me click a button over here real quickly so we can zoom in on some of these showers. But notice how there's not really a heck of a lot of rain out there as of right now. And that's going to be the situation. Things have changed ever so slightly as far as when the heavy rain is going to be coming on in here. And that has been the trend over the past couple of days with this storm system out there to the west of us, that it has been slowing down somewhat. So here's what it looks like out here to the west. We've got these showers that are continuing to kind of slide up there to the north, some around Concan, just to the northwest of Uvalde, those few showers that move through Hondo right there. And right now we are starting to see maybe just a couple of light little showers moving into the southwest corner of Bexar County, kind of sliding up to the north. So if you're heading down 35, you're going to run into a couple of those showers, even heading down 281 further on down to the south. But again, broad picture of things, not a lot of it right now. Most of that is confined out there to the west, which is what computer models are doing a good job picking up. And again, things have slowed down because yesterday this particular model had rain all over the place by this time. So it's kind of holding things back a little bit off to the west throughout the rest of the afternoon. Then we get into late afternoon, dinner time. That's when we're starting to see more of these showers pop up here into the evening hours, more showers, some thunderstorms, some heavy downpours, and that'll be the situation then overnight and into the early morning hours of tomorrow, and things finally clear out after that. Here's the big low spinning out there to the west of us. That's the one that's really, it was up in the Gulf of Alaska a couple of days ago, really put the pedal to the metal and came down here. Now it's sort of slowing down somewhat, and so that's why the heaviest rain is going to be tonight, and then that will move on out of here as we go into the day tomorrow. Now, as far as humidity, that comes through here. Humidity does drop down throughout. It will continue to drop down as it has compared to yesterday, and then even more so over the weekend. Pops back up by Tuesday. Another front's going to move through here, and that's going to knock temperatures back down. We are going to be on the above normal side Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's going to be warm. It's going to be humid on Tuesday as well. But then again, that next front, like I said, knocks temperatures down. And then you look at the low temperatures, and it's going to be cool in the mornings, the next few mornings, very warm, kind of humid Tuesday, Wednesday, and those temperatures get knocked back down in behind that next front that moves through the middle part of next week. So the forecast today, we are going to be up 58 degrees, or I should say down to 58 degrees, beg your pardon, because temperatures will make a slow decline throughout the day, and that's going to be at noon with a couple of showers scattered about here and there. A few showers, some thunderstorms late this afternoon. Then they're going to start to pick up, become more widespread, pick up in intensity dinner time, and especially going into tonight, overnight into the first portion of the day tomorrow. We start off at 47 degrees. It's going to be wet and cold tomorrow morning. Then clear on out, 64. It's going to be windy today as well. Sunday, notice that 30-degree swing in temperatures, good indication of a lot of dry air in place. 45 starting off, 74 in the afternoon. Monday, almost the same situation. A good looking day on Monday as you head back to school and maybe back to work after a long week. And then Tuesday, more humidity, a couple of sprinkles. Same thing Wednesday. Not a great rain chance midweek, but notice how temperatures knock back down there.
The rain tonight's unfortunate. We have so many events going on tonight, Mike. We have the lighting of the Christmas tree, the river parade, and all those football games.
The hope is, fingers crossed, that some of those heavier downpours kind of avoid those little spots there, but it is going to, the chances for that get better as we go on into the evening hours.
All right, so pack your rain gear, bundle up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. 622, 59 degrees out.
Just ahead.
Missed a lot of things when I was away. You know, cancer, chemo, COVID, that kind of away. Certainly miss my family, being with them. I miss my friends, making movies. I love being alive, man. And I almost lost it all. My immune system was totally shot. Fortunately, you don't have to wait around for the worst. You can up your antibodies before COVID comes knocking. Because when your antibodies are up, well, you can get back to what you love.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
All right, the Dallas Cowboys continued their winning ways this year with the big 28-20 win over the New York Giants on Thanksgiving. So I know a lot of South Texans are happy about that, but they're going viral this morning for something else. So check this touchdown celebration. All 4 tight ends for the Cowboys, led by rookie Peyton Hendershot, got involved the Salvation Army kettle and played a game of whack-a-mole. Love to see that. Definitely a contender for celebration of the year. The Cowboys also whacked the Giants for their 12th win against the Big Blue out of the last 13 matchups.
All right, time to celebrate like it's 1776. Almost time to grab your tea and muskets. The U.S. taking on England in today's World Cup matchup. And just like America's victory during the Revolutionary War, facing a stiff challenge from the Brits on today's battlefield in Qatar. Now, the U.S. tied Wales 1-1 earlier this week. England beating Iran 6-2. So no matter what happens, one thing is guaranteed: bragging rights for at least the next 4 years. The game kicks off at 1 o'clock on Fox Sports. Time now, 6:27, 59 degrees out.
Still ahead at 6:30, it might be cold outside, but holiday travel is expected to heat up fast this weekend. Why air travelers could still see some problems.
Plus, it is Black Friday. Our Camelia Juarez is live at a San Antonio store to see if shoppers are getting all the deals they were promised to start Christmas off on the right foot. We're going to check in with her in just a few moments.
Let's take a look outside on the roads real quick before we head to break. We haven't really seen a lot of flashing lights this morning. If we do, we will let you know about them. We'll be right back.
Supply chain issues have affected shoppers, but that's why shoppers for Black Friday are going in store to make sure that they can get their hands on exactly what they're looking for. We'll tell you all that and more on GMSA.
Also this morning on GMSA, a group of McDonald's employees are saying, "Oh baby," after a special delivery before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, let's take a live look out of the Alamo City. There are so many amazing family-friendly events going on today, but will you need to bring your rain gear? We're going to check in with Mike in just a few moments.
Good morning. It's Friday, Black Friday, November 25th, and Max Massey officially eating leftover Thanksgiving pie. In the commercial breaks, he had a whole little mini pie.
Yep, delicious.
And then he's probably going to get another piece of pumpkin pie.
So there was no pumpkin pie yesterday. So upsetting. We did have apple pie, delicious.
Okay.
But it just didn't feel right without pumpkin pie. So luckily, you know, a lot of credit to KSAT, give credit where credit's due. They just loaded up the fridge with pies for us this morning.
Those little individual ones? Aren't those great?
He said good morning to me, and then he goes, "Oh my gosh, there's so much food in the break room."
There's pies. So.
Breakfast of champions,
Max goes straight to the break room every morning and opens the fridge to see what food is left over.
Leftover day today, and we've got leftover kind of this sort of weather. Although it has improved completely, substantially from yesterday. We couldn't even see anything in this picture. So it is drier as far as that goes, as far as the humidity is concerned. There may be a couple little sprinkles out there. Sarah said she saw some mist on the windshield coming into work earlier this morning. Temperature is at 60. That's close to where it was yesterday, but that number has definitely dropped down. Remember yesterday, even late morning, how the humidity really came in here. We had those southeasterly winds. The wind has shifted around. We had that front move on through. It's out of the northeast at 13 miles per hour. So that has pulled in drier air, and it will continue to dry out, and also temperatures temperatures will continue to drop down a little bit throughout the rest of the day. So we don't really have a heck of a lot of rain out there. Obviously, there is some. It all is sliding primarily up to the north. A few of these showers along the coastal plain, and a couple of them moving into southern Bexar County right here. Pearsall, Devine, those few that move through Hondo, Concan, a couple of them around Uvalde. Not a heck of a lot. But yes, if you are heading out, take your rain gear. A few more showers out in portions of the hill country. The majority is out there to the west. And like I said, not much in and around town. What's detectable, even a few little speckles up there right around Comal County in the southern portion of the city. We will see more rain as the day goes on, but really the heavy stuff, which the forecast had been for that to be all day long. Now things are still kind of shifting and delaying a little bit as time goes on. Mold is on the moderate side. So throughout the rest of today, temperatures will make a slow decline. We'll be in the mid-50s later on this afternoon. A couple of showers scattered about here and there. It is going to be breezy, winds out of the northeast, 15-20 miles per hour and gusting from there. And then it's going to be dinner time, late afternoon, dinner time, and then especially into tonight when we're going to see some of the heavy rain around here. And that will be overnight into the first part of the day tomorrow. Then we're going to clear out nicely. But how much rain can we see? And then what's in store for the rest of the weekend? Those details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Let's take a look at some of the TransGuide cameras right now with your traffic authority. Once again, well, obviously, not many people have to go to work. Few cars are on the road over there, 35 at Engle Road. Just take it easy. And again, if you're out and about doing any traveling, especially later on this afternoon, shopping, going to some of the events around town, watch out for some of those wet roads and just take it easy. And we do have some flashing lights over there, 1604 at Calabria. We will look into that, see what's going on over there.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, like Mike talked about those rain chances, but it's not really stopping some shoppers from trying to get the best deal this Black Friday.
Laptops, PlayStations, other top dollar tech items. A lot of shoppers out and about this morning.
Camelia Wattis is live at a Best Buy. Camelia, why are some of these shoppers preferring to go in person?
Max, Sarah, that's a good question. I think people want to get the certain items. I'm not sure if it's too much about the deals, but for example, TVs. So when we were coming in, we saw there's lots of TVs here. When we came in, we saw somebody loading their car with 3 TVs. And you can just take a look right here. There's lots of TVs here, but I think it's interesting that people are buying a lot of TVs because about a year or two ago, it was really hard to find TVs in certain sizes. I think there wasn't very many small sizes, but you can see from over here, we have 24s, we have 32s, 40s, 70s. I know, like, if you're going to like a dorm room or you have a small room, you may not want to get. So I think it was because of supply chain issues that people were buying bigger TVs or maybe the size that they didn't want just so they could have one. But I'm here at Best Buy. There's plenty of TVs here. So I think that people are coming to the stores, not waiting for Cyber Monday, so that they can get their hands on something that they've been looking for that maybe wasn't available last year. But for now, I'll send it right back to y'all in the studio. Max.
Thank you, Camelia. Topping your morning headlines, millions are on the move this weekend.
Airports seeing almost 10 million passengers during the week, while nearly 50 million more are hitting the road.
Now, all those travelers are hoping to make their way back home, but a pair of storms could snarl the return trips across the country. Here's ABC's Rhiannon Alley.
This morning, holiday air travel is back in full swing.
I knew it would be the busiest, but I still have to make the trip.
TSA has screened more than 9.5 million passengers since Sunday, back to near pre-pandemic levels. Some airports surpassing those benchmarks.
When it comes to Thanksgiving holiday travel, Houston Airports has seen a larger crowd than it did in 2019.
And after a chaotic spring and summer with major disruptions and a slew of cancellations, less than 200 flights were canceled over the past 2 days. But delays were still a problem. For some families trying to avoid the travel crunch by flying on Thanksgiving Day, things didn't quite go as planned.
It was actually pretty bad because it was delayed for hours.
And it's not just the skies. Nearly 49 million Americans hitting the roads. Despite record-breaking costs at the pump, gas prices at the highest we've ever seen for Thanksgiving.
I filled up my car, I think before I came up here, it was $5.40 something cents. And that was even cheaper for me. And this is $4.19. So I was like, this is crazy.
But as travelers make their return journeys, 2 storm systems could complicate things. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
In other headlines, 2 people are dead and 2 others were injured overnight after a shooting in Houston. The suspect is currently on the run, believed to be the ex-husband of a woman who was killed in the shooting. Police believe he entered the back door of a home and, quote, just started firing. The families had just finished eating Thanksgiving dinner. A man was taken to a nearby hospital in critical condition. A 15-year-old male also taken to the hospital. Expected to be okay. Police are still searching for that suspect.
1 person dead, another recovering from hypothermia after a hiking trip in Utah's Zion National Park. Now, the National Park Service says a married couple was on a 16-mile hike in an area called the Narrows. But overnight Tuesday into Wednesday, the weather over there dropped to 19 degrees and the couple started to experience hypothermia. The man left his wife to go get help. She was found unresponsive by the time a rescue team reached her. She was pronounced dead at the scene.
Employees at a McDonald's in Georgia served up way more than just fast food on Friday. Without much warning, they went beyond their call of duty, helping a mother in labor, something more valuable than any meal. Just before 10 a.m. Wednesday morning, this McDonald's restroom quickly turned into Alejandra Worthy's delivery room. McDonald's acting general manager Tancia Woodward, along with 2 other employees and Worthy's fiance, went to work. Just 15 minutes and 3 pushes later, Nandi Araya Naomi Phillips was born. 7 pounds, 9 ounce nugget.
Before we head to break, a quick reminder, KSAT community, we are in the middle of our Share the Shoes campaign. You can and should donate a new pair of socks and shoes to a child in need. Now, this drive is in partnership with San Antonio Police and Zapatos.
There's 6 San Antonio police substations taking those donations right now through December 16th. You can find more information on our KSAT community page on ksat.com.
And it is really so easy. You walk in at any of the substations, you'll see a huge box that says Share the Shoes. You walk in with a new pair of socks and shoes. You drop them in. You help a family in need here in and around our community. And what a better way to do it. I mean, you can get great Black Friday deals today.
That's right.
All right. Time now, 6:40, 59 degrees out.
All right, still ahead. Thanksgiving over, but the facial hair still coming in strong. We have some big updates for donations in our No Shave November. David. And who's charging up the leaderboard for Team KSAT? Is that you, Max? The charger up the leaderboard?
I don't know. We'll see. Look at those goals.
Wow.
I wish I could just grow it out like that. Perfect. All right, so Thanksgiving might be over, but our team here at KSAT, we are still growing our beards strong for a really good cause.
And as you can see, Mike, Max, No Shave November still going strong. I had to ask Max, I was like, are there any gray beards and gray hairs in that beard?
Mike was very generous this morning, inspected the beard, and he certified that it was blonde. But if you go to my Twitter, shameless plug, there's a picture of Mike just like real up close and personal.
Well, if anybody knows gray hair, I mean, I think it would be me.
Silver Fox, Mike.
So anyway.
Leading the charge, by the way, still on our leaderboard.
Well, still, you say the beards are still growing and folks are still giving a lot of money, too. So take a look at the leaderboard here, and guess who is working their way up the board very quickly? None other than Mr. Basketball himself.
I thought you were going to give yourself a shout out, but here's the thing. It is all for such a good cause.
You were like at $600 just a couple of days ago. So shout out to our viewers.
Shout out to our viewers. And if you can, please donate today. I know everyone's, enchanted with Black Friday deals, but it's so easy. Just a couple dollars really can make a big difference. And I know for each of us, we had to really pick our own individualized charity under the No Shave November umbrella.
There are about 13 different ones involving various cancers. Some, childhood cancers, and it's not just for, say, the ones that affect men, like a prostate cancer. But this is obviously to raise awareness, especially for men out there, to make sure you go see the doctor, check yourself out, and everything. So goal is $20,000.
And we are about $14,000.
14,000. So we have about a week left. So if you can, Go to ksat.com. I'm pretty sure. Oh, here we go. The QR code. Pull out the camera right now. Scan the QR code. It'll take you right there. Any donation really can make such a big
I'm trying to get. I'm calling on our viewers to get Max to beat Mike, because that would be a good chunk of change.
That would be.
So
sorry, Mike, you're too high up.
You're at $2,030, and Max is at $1,330. So.
So Mike,
somebody throws in $600 right now for you.
Woo!
It's a good day. All right.
I mean, look at these handsome men. Come on.
Are you keeping the beard?
No.
Okay. Let's take a live look out at the roadways.
Are you keeping the beard?
Absolutely not. I don't think my girlfriend will be okay with that.
All right, 1604 in Bandera, no incidents here, but a lot more people hitting the roads right now, and a lot of people are going to be traveling back today. They're going to encounter some rain, and we do have an incident here at Loop 1604 in Culebra, so if you're in that area, just make sure you slow down.
So your girlfriend doesn't like the beard?
No, not a big fan.
That's funny because my wife does.
She loves it.
You need to keep it, yeah.
Okay. So if we see Mike with a beard for the rest of the year, we know why.
You know, I could help out. Maybe if Santa wants to take a break.
Santa Claus. Oh my God,
anyway,
I would love that.
We've got clear skies this morning, so we're not dealing with the fog that we had yesterday. Obviously, we do have some of these showers out there, and this is filling in a bit more, but notice how everything is sliding primarily up to the north. Yesterday, a lot of the rain was working its way to the east and to the northeast, but these showers are up to the north, and that's where the majority of the rain is going to be throughout a good chunk of the day, primarily leaning off to the western half of our viewing area. We've just got a few of these showers out here in some of our eastern counties. Those are still wanting to slide off to the northeast somewhat. As far as the computer model, which the whole thing about this system with the one out to the west of us, I'm going to show you that in a second, it has kind of slowed down. Yes, it had looked like a couple of days ago that most everything was going to be out of here by yesterday afternoon. Well, that low is still sitting out there to the west of us, and it's also slowed down a little bit more. So instead of having heavy rain all across the area all day long, now that event, or the heaviest rain, most widespread, is going to be later on tonight. So again, this morning we still have some of these showers around here. The majority of it is out there in the western counties, not as much off to the east at all, and that'll be the situation through late afternoon. Now, that doesn't mean there are not going to be any showers out here, but we get into dinner time, early evening. That's when we're going to start to see more of the widespread rain, the heavier downpours, some of the thunderstorms around here, and that's going to be covering a good chunk of the area in the overnight hours, and then going into tomorrow, and that's where most of the rain then is off to the east and to the northeast. We will start to then clear out, and we'll have plenty of sunshine around in the afternoon tomorrow. It's going to be a beautiful day, and it's going to be fantastic. Here's what it looks like as far as rainfall totals through tomorrow. And we're looking at 2, 3, 4, 6 inches of rain off to the east. Half inch to an inch of rain in and around town. The majority of it obviously is going to be to the north and to the northeast. So there's the low. You can see that counterclockwise spin out there in southern New Mexico, West Texas. And this thing is finally going to start to lift off to the east northeastward, but the heaviest band of rain is going to be coming on through here in the overnight hours early tomorrow morning. Then again, that gets on out of here, and it's going to continue to pull in some drier air, and that's why we're going to be seeing temperatures that will be very cool in the morning and then warming up in the afternoon. So there's the upper low. And like I said, it gets on out of here as time rolls on, and will move across the area. Kind of taking its time. That's why the rain sticks around in through tomorrow. Then we have another, well, here's the northwesterly flow. Beautiful weather for Sunday, Monday, well, tomorrow afternoon, Sunday, Monday, most of Tuesday, but the humidity starts to work its way back in here with the next low, which will move across the area. Small chance for some rain, slightly cooler temperatures in behind that, but we're not looking at any big Arctic blasts coming on in here at all in the next week to 10 days at least. 58 degrees today at noon, few showers around the area, maybe a thunderstorm or two. And then later on this afternoon, rain's going to continue to fill in around the area, 57 degrees. So temperatures will be holding steady or dropping down a little bit throughout the day with some of those thunderstorms. Then we are going to be seeing more rain around here tonight, some heavy rain later on through the overnight hours, early tomorrow. And then things are going to be clearing out nicely. 64 tomorrow. It's going to be windy today. It's going to be windy tomorrow. 45 Sunday morning, very chilly, but huge warm up. Jacket in the morning, not in the afternoon. Same thing Monday. Tuesday, more humidity. Notice how low temperatures stay in the upper 50s. Another front's going to move on through here. It's going to be kind of hot and humid Tuesday again. Then cooler and drier coming in here by Wednesday, Thursday.
So if people have not put out their Christmas lights outside, maybe Sunday looks like a good day?
Well, or tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
Now, it's going to be windy tomorrow, too, so keep that in mind. But, yeah, Sunday will be a fantastic day for that, too.
You don't want Frosty to end up in the neighbor's yard.
No.
Thanks, Mike. Time now, 6:51, 59 degrees out.
It's getting cold outside. Well, it already is cold outside. But don't let that stop you from experiencing the great outdoors of our Texas state parks this holiday season. Tomorrow in GMSA, we'll run down which parks are hosting holiday-themed events this year.
Now let's take a live look out at the Alamo City. Like we said, 59. I think the sun's starting to creep up a little bit. You can definitely see traffic starting to pick up, too. We know so many people out and about today, whether that's Black Friday shopping or just heading home from the holidays. We'll keep you posted if anything pops up.
All right, taking a final look out at the roads at 6:55. There is an incident at Loop 1604 in Culebra, but it doesn't look like any of the first responders that are responding to this incident are blocking any of these lanes. So if you are in the area, just be mindful of that incident there.
All right, we've got a little bit of rain around the area as of right now. Most of it is over there in west of San Antonio, in portions of Bandera County, up toward Kerrville, Hondo, Uvalde. All that is sliding up to the north, so it's not working its way east as of yet. 59 right now in town, mid-50s in the hill country. Temperatures really aren't going to be going much of anywhere throughout the day. We will drop down a few degrees, mid-50s later on. Wind is going to be, it's kind of breezy right now, but out of the northeast, 15 to 20 miles per hour and gusting. And then we'll have more showers scattered about throughout the day. And then the heavier rain will start to move in here dinner time, and especially tonight, overnight, early tomorrow morning. Then we're going to be clearing on out. Good looking day tomorrow, good looking day on Sunday.
All right, so if you're heading out to the parade downtown or the tree lighting or any of the football games, bring your rain gear.
See you back here, 9 a.m.